Mind reading present. Empathy and narcissist. Why empaths attract toxic people. If you're like me, you think of yourself as an empathetic person, someone who cares deeply about the well-being of others. You consider yourself compassionate and generous, but maybe to your own detriment because you are sensitive. Maybe you're wondering to yourself, why do I keep attracting selfish and cruel people? You've heard it before, empathy attracts narcissists, but maybe you've never really understood why or what it really means. So let's discuss it in today's blog. Why does empathy attract toxic people? Wouldn't kindness, compassion, and generosity attract good things? First, we must understand what empathy is. An empathic is someone who is very in tune with their emotional environment and consequently is so sensitive that they absorb both positive and negative stress energy around them. They are the kind of people who can easily put themselves in someone else's shoes. Often, they endure the suffering of others at the expense of themselves. So, if you can tell right away when a friend is unhappy, and then you start to feel those emotions as well, you're most likely an empath. There are obviously good and bad aspects to being an empath. It is conceivable that if you understand other people's feelings without them having to say much, then your level of communication is deeper than most people. You are a good listener and friend, loyal to a heart of gold. Your emotional intelligence and intuition surpass most people. But as children and adults, overly sensitive attitudes are often more humiliated than encouraged. Being an empath, I'm here to tell you, is nothing to be ashamed of. You ask, what is a narcissist? When you're a narcissist, you pursue gratification because of selfish pride or admiration for your self-image. Of course, there is a healthy level of narcissism. Loving yourself is not something toxic, but narcissistic personality disorder, unlike empathy, is a mental disorder. True narcissists crave attention, respect, and have absolutely no empathy for the needs of others in the endeavor. As a result, they manipulate others to get what they want and are not really emotionally available. But here's the thing. True narcissists make up only about 1% of the population. So how can empathetic and narcissistic people be attracted to each other when they are very few and far apart and very toxic to each other? Is the old adage opposites attracting true? But here's the thing. True narcissists make up only about 1% of the population. So how can empathetic and narcissistic people be attracted to each other when they are very few and far apart and very toxic to each other? Is the old adage opposites attracting true? Narcissists and empathy. Why they are attracted to each other. What narcissists lack is what empathy has, empathy. Many narcissists draw people into it by making them feel comfortable, almost like an addictive substance. They are attracted to empathy because they can make the most of it. So they act charming and friendly to mask their tendency to receive love. Anyone will be hooked, but especially empathy. As a child, empathy was conditioned to prioritize the needs of others over his own. And now, the same thing they do. They empathize with their partner's problems and needs, and they want to give them the attention and respect they ask for. The result is a one-sided relationship in which the narcissist benefits from all the compassion, attention, and love offered by the empath, and that empathy resides in a relationship with someone who is cold, restrained, and indifferent to his or her world. No matter how much empathy is given, it is not enough to satisfy the narcissist. It is very difficult for an empathist to believe that narcissists lack empathy. The result is a bond of trauma. We enter the bonds of trauma because we interpret behaviors we know as intense sexual attraction or chemistry. In other words, two people are emotionally connected in the dynamics found in their childhood. Empaths are conditioned to absorb the feelings of others. Narcissists are conditioned to see their self-love increase through the way their parents treat them. It is this self-love of narcissists that protects them from their own ills. You see, narcissists are conditioned to their own megalomania through inconsistent childhood interactions. That is another topic. The relationship of empathy and narcissism. Empaths, as loving and givers, constantly put themselves in the shoes of narcissists. They see behind all the narcissist's self-love, and they see it as insecurity, so they feel they can help and change their partner. Narcissists will constantly try to encourage and take empathy, and because empathy is not good at establishing its own boundaries, they manage to do so. The result is a toxic relationship. Narcissists manipulate and become very good at lighting fires and changing scenarios to fit their self-loving image. Empathic people usually tremble in fear and apologize, understanding their partner's feelings to the extreme so that they feel guilty for upsetting their partner. All an empathic wants to do is serve, give to their partner, and that's an awesome thing. The problem is that over time, it will drain their energy. They begin to feel a self-destructive cycle that they have a hard time understanding. Why do I keep doing the same thing over and over again? Why is my love not given back to me? The stronger the empathy embedded in a relationship with a narcissist, the more they feel that they can change it. Not only can couples not completely change who they are in a relationship with, but a narcissist in particular cannot be changed because they are so conditioned in their behavior. They are incapable of seeing their own shortcomings. The breakup of empathy and narcissists. How to recover. Now it's over. You've gotten to the point of exhaustion and loss of yourself, and you can't take it anymore. Congratulations! You've made it out of a toxic relationship. So why do you feel so angry? How can you recover from this kind of separation? Empathic people usually internalize their anger, seeing it as self-loathing and self-rejection, whereas a narcissist will do the opposite, use their anger as a projection and blame themselves to eliminate feelings of anger. Most empathetic people harbor their anger, suppress it, and disown it in order to replace that feeling with understanding the other person's motivations. Their ability to feel the pain of others must be borne by themselves, as this requires them to suppress their own anger, which can often lead to severe depression. The trick to recovering empathy is to allow yourself to feel that anger completely. Acknowledge, accept that it's okay to lose your cool and concern for others. It's okay to bark and bite, and use ways to set motivated boundaries. The more you accept your anger and let it protect you by creating boundaries, the less power the narcissist has over you. Understand your limits and take the strength to not go beyond the limits. Giving up fatigue and mental instability. Understand that when someone does not serve you as you do, he or she does not deserve to be a part of your life. Learn to set healthy boundaries now. Engage in self-pity. Bathe yourself with love through the healing process. Be aware of your breathing consciously. Take the time to sit for 10 minutes a day and be aware of slow, deep breathing. Look for a coaching session with me to help yourself recover from a breakup like this. Appreciate the intuition that the universe gives you and allow yourself to readjust your inner voice. Trust it and apply the feedback. Be patient and love yourself. Learn how not to carry their luggage. It's okay to feel sad, angry, upset. It's normal, and it's okay to write, journal, and realize that some of the things they charge you in the relationship are not your responsibility. Return their baggage now. It's not yours to bring. Can empathy and narcissists work? Narcissism is on the spectrum, so while it's healthy and normal to be confident and appreciative of others' attention, it becomes a problem if it starts interfering with daily functioning. Similarly, empathy exists on a spectrum. Not all empaths lose self-awareness and give everything they have in a relationship with a narcissist. Some people know their limits well and are able to set them. The key is balance on both sides of the spectrum, and being self-aware enough to progress and understand yourself. However, the short answer is that a true empathic and a true narcissist with a personality disorder is a toxic and violent relationship. In its true form, narcissists and empathic people cannot change each other. That's when it's important to seek outside professional help. Ultimately, as is usually the case, it is about finding the right balance of love for oneself. If you're an empathist like me, you're vulnerable to people wanting to use your love for their own gain. But your love and generosity isn't a shame. That is your superpower. Allow yourself to see that power for what it is. As always, remember that you are loved. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so we can keep making them. For more videos like this, hit the subscribe button and remember to click on the notification bell. Also, be sure to check out our other videos as well. Thanks for watching.